Well, I've been back from Rantoul for a couple of weeks now, almost 2 weeks, and I haven't put my videos up. I decided to do kind of oddball stuff that I saw out there. I didn't see it all, but I saw a lot of it. But since I've been back, I've been working on a few tractors. A big project is getting this barn skinned with metal. I fought that for years, but I decided to go ahead and do it. But I'm gonna show you a few of the tractors that I have here, and then we'll get on with the Rantoul video. So here in the barn here, I've got a Case 400, and then this, I'm gonna get this out and run it here in a minute, loosen it up. And I have this Oliver 1800B that I used this spring. I had some problems with it, so anyway, hopefully it'll run well. It's been starting well here. And then over here is the International 450. Can't get a good shot of it, but back in there. And then bought this Massey Ferguson drill here earlier. I'm going to use this in soybeans. Here's my Super 77 Oliver and the Oliver 1750. And then the old standby, my John Deere 730. So anyway, I hope you enjoy this video, and I hope that you see some stuff that you haven't seen before. God bless you. Here at the Half Century Progress Show, Rantoul, Illinois, they're pouring in this morning. First day, beautiful day, about 66 degrees. Sky is perfectly clear. This is a Baldwin Gleaner combine. I'm gonna guess it's from the early 40s, maybe even the 30s. It's got an Alice Chalmers, kind of like a scour clean device on the top of it. So it was a forerunner of the all crop, but it's different. It's got an auger feed all the way over to the cylinder. For something this old, it appears to be in good shape. Don't know if it's going to work or not. We'll see. International 93. Alice 170 and Alice all crop. Custom harvest. Pattern with the tank here. John Deere G, 30 with a motor. Super 35. This one looks like a little newer model. Not all tractors here at Rantoul. Here's an example of an international harvester pickup truck. I would say this is in the mid-50s. Box bed. Very original interior. Yep. Let's see if the license plate gives it away. It says 46, but I don't believe that. I think it's newer than that. It's an R110 for all you international people who want to look that up. Cockshed 40 diesel. International disc, it looks like. Is that an international disc? Case. Case. Okay. Yeah. Beautiful tractor. Did well. Something new this year is they're doing a lot of disking. Really hadn't done much of that in the past. So here's a tractor like mine, John Deere 730 diesel. Not working it real hard. Looks like a Case or a Alice Chalmers disc to me. I better get out of the way here. Been having little problems with his 520. Hopefully you get through this. There it goes again. Stop on it. Other wagon. An old Farmall, I don't know if it's an F20, F14. It's running fine. That's a McCormick wagon. John Deere 520, John Deere one road picker. multi. Like a John Deere running gear. Dump bed. Arm all in. Yeah, this fella's been here year after year. Always brings a nice tractor. Picker. Arm all in. New idea. Picker. Can't make out the bed, but it looks international to me. McCormick, yeah, McCormick one-row picker. That's probably a Farmall 560 with a new idea, corn picker. Nice hider, box bin. Tractor last night. Looks like it was painted last week. It's an International 656 gas. And I think they also painted the new idea picker sheller and the wagon. Looks like it just came off the showroom. It's an Oliver picker that I'm partial to. Another thing you don't see every day, a pickup truck.
That's for sure.
Plow, pulling
I remember that commercial on TV.
Yeah, 4-bottom plow, 66H John Deere plow. I'm anxious to see this in this ground.
The whole family out to a
Yeah, check that license plate. He's done this before.
Hey, Derek, your wife was a little on the heavy side, put her in the back.
I won't take your name down on that one. Here is a case plow, which you don't see very often. 4-bottom. It's got the shares on it for muck ground. I think that's what it's for. I forget the exact name of the shares, but an unusual piece. You don't see these every day. At least not around where I come from. Very good shape too. It matched up with a, looks like an International 560. That ought to do fine. Interested to see this one work. This is one of my favorite machines here. International McCormick 76 combine. I think this, between a 76, an 80, and an 82, this is probably the best machine, if you ask me. Anyway, it's got a unusual looking reel on it, but it works. And he's pulling it today with a Super MTA. That was a good matchup, made in about the same era. Then we have I've never seen one of these, Cockshut 422 pull type combine. This one looks to be in exceptional shape, original shape. And they have a Minneapolis Moline pulling it. That's probably a good matchup. An old John Deere cylinder on it. Got a little bit of everything on this one. Look forward to seeing these in the field. First thing that I came to coming through the gate is this Massey Harris 35, I believe. They say it's a test machine, whatever that means. I'll have to ask somebody about that later. It does have a straw spreader on the back. That's nice. Dual wheels. Don't know why you'd need that, but they got it. Looks like it's got about everything on it that you can put on one of these little things. Maybe that's why it's called a test machine. Very interesting. Go around it here. Another implement that you never see is a Minneapolis Moline self-propelled sprayer unit. And let's just go around this thing and look at it. Here's a picture of it in its prime. 200-gallon tank. Could be increased to 57 feet. Dual wheels. That's nice. I'm sure that's a Wisconsin engine of some sort. It's a big one. Quite a machine. Looking at a Farmall 450, which I have, but they're not that rare, but this option is rare. It's a way in which you can tell how much traction slippage you're getting out of your past hits. And I have never ever seen one of these on a tractor in any show that I've ever been to. So this one looks pretty original. So I'd say it's that, yeah.
Is this a ground for the battery?
This attaches down below into your hitch and reads off of this arm right here. And basically tells you whether you're maximum traction or not. So there you go, something you never ever seen. For you Jeep enthusiasts, here's a new thing you can be doing with your Jeep. You can be plowing with it. Check this out. Nice clean furrow wall. Nice 303 International Combine. It's been dropping grain into this little grain cart here pulled by a Super M. This is a McCormick 141 combine. This has got to go back into the early 50s or 40s. But seen them in videos, never up close and in person. And it's going to run here, corn, so we'll try to get a video of it later doing that. It has a corn head. says McCormick on it, so it must have been made for it. This has got to be one of the first combines to shell corn. At any rate, quite a machine. Of course, open station. Engine right up there at the top, right next to you. This is the McCormick, it's 141 if I remember the number right. It was updated on when it was made, 1954. 54 model, I think they made it in the late 40s to 57. The Cornhead was made in 57. So, quite a machine. These fellas are from Central Ohio. Struggle with some of the corn got knocked down here. Doing a great job. McCormick 141 self-propelled combine finishing up the row here at Rantoul. Running this corn. No hiccups so far. He's almost to the end. A little mishmash here at the end. Takes a village to keep these old things running. Not bad. What you're looking at is a tandem hitch Farmall M, Farmall 400. I think this is owned by Ron Lukow and his, maybe it's his nephew Kurt. But at any rate, they have had this here every year, do a fine job plowing with it, pulling a Oliver 4441 pipe plow. And always does well. I think he told me once that this hitch was something his uncle rigged up, and then they had to modify it a little bit. But yeah, you can see the controls here are to control the M are right off the back seat of the 400, and the hydraulics run from the 400 all the way back to the plow, connect through there. So it's a very interesting thing. He's got a lot of weight on the front, both the front wheels and the frame. He has the frame weights. So just a real interesting setup. And Ron has a YouTube channel where you can check this out. I think he's shown it many times, but I'm not sure if I have it on my channel or not. But anyway, it's a beautiful setup. Here's a featured tractor at this show this year, the International 1206. He's just loping along, pulling a John Deere disc, maybe a 110. John Deere 50, I think. We'll see when we get up there. Yeah, it's a 50. Nice little 10-foot, 8-foot disc. Oh yeah. AW, RW. RWA maybe. Big Steiger Panther 1000. 30-foot disc, forward. Nice looking Ford, 9600. He's just loping along. Like about a 10-foot disc. These John Deere 720s, tandemed up. Moline GB1 6, whatever that is. Propane. Followed by a John Deere 730 diesel, I guess. Yeah. It's pulling a Harrow. Here's a tandem John Deere 720, two 720s in tandem, and about a 20-foot disc, I guess. Chalmers, I think it's a WD-45, yeah, with an Alice Chalmers snapper picker. It doesn't doesn't have husky rolls. It snaps the ears off. Looks pretty clean though. Idea uni harvester, kind of the last hurrah for the corn pickers. You could do a lot of different things with this tool. I used to own one of these, Massey Harris self-propelled corn picker. They made a lot of them. The one I got for free for helping a guy clean his barn out. And it was the newer model, it had a 6-cylinder engine in it. Did really well. I picked with it for a number of years. I think I have a video on my YouTube channel where you can watch that. About 1994, 95. The first ones they made had a 4-cylinder engine in them. Had a variable speed drive too, which was kind of nice. Here's another one you don't see often, 240/20 diesels in a tandem. Not articulated, so you drive with the front tractor. This is 2 Oliver 880s tandem hitch articulated. Really not working it too hard. I believe is a Farmall F20 with a picker from not the same era. Got it on the front, I can't read it. Definitely 30s, maybe even 20s. Now here's your classic mounted picker pose. Set off to the side, you got one knee up, looking down the side row. That's it. This is a Alice D17, I believe. And might be an Alice or a case picker. Probably an Alice. The interesting thing is this homemade wooden box bed. Another thing you see here is horse-drawn activity. The 3-team, got a power cart. I don't know until we get up here what kind of picker they got. McCormick picker. This is an unusual corn picker, a John Deere number 15, one row, left side mounted.
Put it down! Let's go, guys, let's go!
That's for sure. Watch out for your hands and feet on this one. But it looks like everything's in proper order. Wonder if that was homemade. Very unusual. Herd of Herefords under a rainbow. Now you can't ask for anything better than that. Another sight we saw over here at the farm show. There's some little ones in there. Another oddity. Rakes the stalks into the furrow, cleans them up for the next guy, next round. This is Ron Lukow, a fellow YouTuber who's got a beautiful tandem hitch, 400M with an Oliver pipe plow. Comes his 450 driven by one of the guys who works on this farm. Got a International 60 plow. Bumped it up into the high range. Well, keeping with the idea of an oddity, here is a Oliver 880 roller. I don't know if that roof is legit, but it's on there. usually when you see these things, they're not restored. It's got Tampo on the front, whatever that means.
Asking your patience and your help and your ability to let someone go in front of you and as kind as you can.